All right. So yesterday we went over a lot of this different ways to solve this. Okay. And so we said we've got Luke's way. And I'm going to say right now Luke's way doesn't work because this is not drawn to scale. So while 5 units is 5.5 centimeters, 12 units is not the equivalent to it. So that's why Luke's didn't work. So if you tried to measure 12 and 13, you found that it didn't work. While Natalie's does work, she did make a clear mistake. Okay, so we've got 5 minus r plus 12 minus r equals 13. Okay. 5 plus 12, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We get 17 minus 2r equals 13. We subtract 17 from both sides. We get negative 2r equals 17, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We get negative 4. Divide by a negative 2, and we should get r equals 2. So Natalie's worked other than she did not do her math correctly. Okay. Logan's did work. The answer is 2. You could do it all by area. And Aiden's didn't quite work because, again, this is not drawn completely to scale. So it won't. And this is 3.6 centimeters. It's not in units, so you'd have to convert it to units at that point. Okay. So that is where that goes. So Natalie's is off by a mistake. Logan's is correct, but you could have done it Natalie or Logan's way, either one. All right, you need your circle book out in front of you, please. Let's take our circle book out in front of us. We're going to turn to a new page. We're going to add some stuff. Okay. We're going to add 2 new things in here. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. I'll zoom back in if I need to. Okay. Here's my circle. We're going to draw in a right triangle. So if I have a right triangle, my hypotenuse must equal my diameter. And triangles, angles add up to 180 degrees. Yep. Okay. The other thing we're going to talk about today is quadrilaterals. Quadrilaterals means it has 4 sides. We know that from first quarter. A, B, C, D. Okay, if we've got a quadrilateral, opposite sides add up to 180. Opposite, please don't talk anymore. Opposite angles add up to 180 degrees. So for example, angle ADC plus angle ABC does equal 180 degrees. Okay. So we know that if we have a right triangle circumscribed by a circle, that the hypotenuse has to be the diameter. And if we have a quadrilateral circumscribed by a circle, then we know that opposite angles add up to 180. Okay, I'm going to remove this, and we are going to look at today's classwork. Okay. Okay, moving on. All right, we are looking at inscribed right triangles and quadrilaterals. We're going to talk about how to figure out these opposite angles. Well, I just told you what we're going to do is we're going to go 180 minus 107. And we get this angle is 73 degrees. Then I'm going to go 180 minus 57. Thank you. Thank you. Gives us 123 degrees. That's the whole thing that we're doing. Okay. Looking at number 2. This is a right triangle. What is this angle right here? It has to be 90. So 90 minus 23 minus 180 gives us 67 degrees. I did. I said this has to be 90 because it's across from the hypotenuse. So I did 180 minus 90 minus 23 ends up with 67 degrees. Same for number 3. 180 minus 73 minus 90 gives us 17. This has to be 90. Is this making sense? Literally the angles across in a quadrilateral have to add up to 180. The angle across from a hypotenuse has to be 90. And then I go 180 minus 90 minus 73 gives me 17 degrees, which goes right there. So number 4, these two angles, when I add them together, must be 180. So 180 minus 126 equals 54. And 180 minus 87 gives me 93. Okay, why don't you guys try the last 4 on your own, and I will as well, and we'll see if we get the same answers. Most of this is subtracting from 180. Should be doing the last 4 on your own, and then we'll check our answers. Okay, last 4 answers, guys. Number 5, we've got 103 degrees is across from 77. 143 degrees is across from 37. Number 6, this one right here is 90 degrees. The other angle is 50 degrees. Should I zoom in a little bit? Okay. Number 7, this one right here is 90. This other one is 55. Across from 120 is 60. Across from 67 is 113. Questions about any of this? Okay, when looking at your homework, it's actually easier. You have to do less work. Okay, it just asks you to find one angle. Remember, the big part is trying to know that across from the hypotenuse of a right triangle is 90 degrees. Other than that, this should be pretty straightforward. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know. I am going to stop recording this and I'm going to pass back your quizzes to see how, so you can see how you did.